Earlier this year, I was approached by a gentleman by the name of Herbert Swann Jr. Herbert is a gentleman that lives in the Turks and Caicos Island, and he is a born Bahamian. He was born in Freeport, Grand Bahama, but he resides in the Turks and Caicos Island and has been there for a number of years. Herbert and I began talking, and he'd asked me if I had remembered him, and I hadn't remembered the name. But then he sent me a photo of himself, and when I saw the photo, I had remembered him from back in the day in Freeport. And so Herbert began talking about music. We began talking about doing stuff together, and then he said to me that there's a song that he always wanted to do. It's a song by Phil Collins, the legendary Phil Collins, called "Find a Way to My Heart." And he asked me if I had ever heard the song, and I said, no, I'd never heard the song. And so he said, I'll send it to you. And right away, he sent me the song via WhatsApp, and I listened to the song. And let me tell you, right away, when I heard that song, I heard the drumming, the instrumentation of the drums and the percussions were so strong in the song. And I could feel where it was going, why he wanted to do this song, because this song had such a great, it almost sounded like you could hear Junkunu in the song already. And so right away, I connected with the song, and we decided that, hey, this could work. And I said, hey, Herb, this could really work. And he said, yeah, I believe that this can be a great song. I believe that if we find the right person who can produce and arrange a song for us and make this Bahamian, we can take Junkunu to the world. And so right away, we started brainstorming. Well, for me, it really wasn't that difficult to figure out who we can use to do the song for us, because at the time, in 2020, Dillon McKenzie, we call him the king here in the Bahamas. He has rose to become the most sought after male artist at this time in the Bahamas. And he still produces music. Like I said, he had just completed a series of songs for me in 2020 during the time when we were going through the pandemic and we had opportunity to go out. And so I called him, hit him up, and explained to him what I was thinking and my thoughts about collaborating with Herbert Swann Jr. And he was really excited about it. And he said, yeah, I listened to the song and I love it, and I believe it can really become a great, great song to take to the world. We chose Junkunu because, as we know in the Bahamas, Junkunu is our #1 festival here in the Bahamas that we celebrate. Junkunu music has become kind of a staple for Bahamians. When you go to any particular function, or even during Christmas time or any time of the year, you would always get Junkunu. And so Junkunu, of course, most of you who know me may know me as they call me the Queen of Junkunu, simply because to date, from back in the day, I was the female that recorded many, many Junkunu songs. I was able to rise to the top and just doing Junkunu music. And so I was dubbed the Queen of Junkunu way back then, and the name just stuck to me, and here I am today. And so Dillon McKenzie was able to take the song, and the next day Dillon was able to send us a demo, and right away when we heard the demo, we were like, yes, this is it. This song is going to do well, and we felt the connection to the song right away. Right away, Herbert and I started brainstorming as to how we're gonna get this song done. We know that we would have to seek sponsorship because of the gravity of the song and how much work would have to go into the song and how much funds we would need to pull something like this off. Because then Herbert started talking about his African connection. And he has a gentleman in Africa, Brother Moss, we call him. His name is Mustafa. And Herbert communicates with Brother Mustafa and his wife quite frequently. And so right away he said, what would be a great idea is to collaborate with this African choir called the Mzansi African Choir. And they're out of South Africa. And so I was like, well, do you think it can work? Do you think we can afford them? Do you think we can get it done? He was like, well, nothing beats a failure but a try, and let's try. The only thing they can say is no. And he said, I'll speak with Brother Moss and see if it's possible. And hey, he did that. He spoke with Brother Moss, and right away, Brother Moss spoke to the choir. The person who is the founder of that choir, his name is Onkamandla, and they were just excited to be a part of this project. So we were able to get the funding that we needed. We sought out persons from our family. We sought out persons who were friends, persons who we know in the business community who we felt could help us with this project. I even reached out to one of the major hotels, but at the time they weren't ready to deal with something like this. So we just moved on, and we were able to lock down the Mzansi choir, Onkamandla and the Mzansi African choir from South Africa, who would have agreed to do some chanting on the song for us. We had certain parts of the song that we wanted some African chanting, and we said we'll just let them run and see what they come up with. And we were able to pull it off. We were able to get the funding that we needed. We were able to get the files. We were able to get their work to us. Of course, working with them, it was interesting. It was interesting because their sound is so different from what we're used to. The sound is different, and we wanted to make sure that we captured that real South African Mzansi choir, African choir sound in our song, and to fuse that with the Jonkunu, which isn't that far, because they told us that there is a part of Africa called Cape Town, I think the name is, and they said your music in the Bahamas sounds similar to Cape Town's music in Africa. So it wasn't a difficult collaboration, and we totally were blown away by the fact that, hey, in our memory, this would probably be the first time where a Bahamian artist collaborated with somebody from Turks and Caicos and South Africa on African choir. I don't think that was ever done before. So for us, hey, this is a big deal. And so now, after we locked down the choir, our next question was, now who's going to actually be the person to do a video for us? Because of course we know that we couldn't do a song of this magnitude without incorporating a video, a proper video for the song. You just can't do a song like this and not put out a good video. That's just the way the world is headed and is in today. That's where we are today. You no longer just put out a song and try to get on the radio, but you need to be able to do a proper video for your song. And so I asked around, and we had approached somebody, but they weren't available to do it based on the time frame that we had. And so I hit up Patrice Morel, and I was like, hey, she has some pretty great videos. Let me ask her. And she gave me a number of names. This was a Sunday morning, and we needed to start shooting the video right after we completed the song. Of course, it took us a few months to get the song done and to be able to get the files from the Mzansi African choir, and to make sure that everything was right and to make sure that everything was on. And Dillon, if he wasn't pleased with something, he would say, well, okay, I just need this done again or whatever. And the process can be a long one, but we were able to pull it off because everybody did their part, and the Mzansi choir was awesome. And so they worked along with us. Everybody was so humble and willing and ready. And so then I came upon a few names, and it came down to about 2 or 3 persons who could shoot good videos. And the first number I called, wasn't able to get an answer. And I prayed about it, and I was like, Lord, whoever answers and whoever seems to be open to what we're doing and who's ready to go, that's who I'm going to go with. Then I was able to call Tony Williams Jr. and got him right away, and we spoke, and he was ready to go. And so that's how we ended up with Tony Williams Jr. I know his dad for a very long time. I've known his dad for a very long time, Tony Williams Sr. He is in the media business, and all of us in the Bahamas know who he is. And so his son, it made it even easier knowing who his father was, to work along with him. And so I called him up. Like I said, it was a Sunday morning, but he answered right away. We spoke. He was so humble on the phone. I said, yeah, this is the kind of person that I would like to work with on this project. And we hired him. He gave me the price, and we just did what we had to do. And again, we had to dig deep and look for more sponsorship, because again, a video like this, a video of this magnitude, it wasn't going to be cheap, and it was going to be thousands and thousands of dollars to pull off. And especially due to the fact that we also had to incorporate the Mzansi African Choir in the video. We just couldn't do the video without them. And so they agreed, and we had to find the funding to send to them and to make sure that everybody was compensated properly. And today we now have a completed song, and we also have a completed video. The interesting thing was, along with this song and the video, we know that we needed to find funding as well for, if we're going to pull this video off, we needed a script, we needed to figure out how many dancers we needed, because we wanted the energy in the song. We wanted the song to have that, you just can't bring jungle and don't bring the energy. And so right away, I have a lady by the name of Willamae Cravatt. She is a friend, and she was one of my WhatsApp friends, and I just hit her up. And she is one of the choreographers for the SSD, which is the Saxon Super Dancers. And right away she came on board, and she also was able to lock down the Jonkunu people for us. And we were able to get a number of Jonkunu persons to play on the song as we shoot the video. And we got a number of dancers, and everybody was just so excited to be a part of this, you know, especially knowing that it was a collaboration between the Turks and Caicos Island, the Bahamas, and South Africa. And so we were able to get the SSD dancers, we were able to get Willamae to start the rehearsals. And also what was interesting was, after we had received the files from the South African choir, the Mzansi choir, I just felt more of a need for a little more chanting. I wanted to add another element to it, but because of time restraints, we weren't able to get the Africans to add that little piece. And so I mentioned that because I was able to incorporate a male artist who I'm privileged to say is my husband, Pastor Wendell Williams. I was able to get his voice on the song as well. So for me, that was a big deal, being able to get him on this project so that he can feel a part. So we have the SSD dancers, and we were able to get the Jonkunu persons, and we were able to get him. And so we were able to begin to incorporate some really, really great talent on this song. And to date, we were able to pull off over 40 persons who became a part of not only the song, but the video. Then Willamae hit me up one day, and she was like, you know, I believe that we can add fire dancer, we can add somebody who can add an extra element to the video and give it more vibrancy, give it more, give it more teeth, give it more pull, and to add more flair to it, you know. And something that is indigenous to the Bahamas also is fire dancing. We know that in our Bahamian shows, you don't come to Bahamian cultural show unless there's a fire dancer and a limbo dancer. So we decided to go with a fire dancer because we couldn't afford both. And we were able to get Mika, who was our fire dancer, and I was blown away by her performance, even at the video shoot, because I'd never met her before. I didn't know what she was capable of. Willamae had sent me a video with a little footage with Mika, and I was really, really impressed from what I saw. And hey, she did an awesome job. I wasn't disappointed. It was so great. To me, I was blown away to the point where I said, you know, her face will be the first face that we see on this video because of the power she was bringing, and because of the professionalism, and because of the fire. You know, she brought the heat. And so Mika, the fire dancer, she's on this video as well. So we just want to encourage Bahamians, Americans, South Africans, North Africans, Middle Africans, wherever you're from, anywhere in Africa, Asia, Australia. We want to encourage persons to share this video. We want to encourage people to WhatsApp your friends and share this video with them, because we believe that we have a product that is second to none. We believe that we have a dynamic song. We have an awesome team that worked along with us, and we have the Mzansi African Choir, along with JR, who, like I said before, is the best guitar player in the Turks and Caicos. And so we were able to pull this off. And I just want to say thank you to all of the sponsors who made this possible. If it wasn't for you, we couldn't do it. I want to thank all the persons that were involved in the video, all the persons who made this happen, all of the support. I thank my husband for his support during the time of me doing all this work and having to be absent from the home and always going out to do stuff and to shoot and all this stuff. I want to say thank you to Dillon McKenzie for pulling off an awesome song. And I also want to say thank you to JR, my partner in this song, my collaborator, the one that made it all possible, the one with the vision behind this song. I want to say thank you, JR, for choosing me. You could have chosen anybody, but you chose me, Sweet Emily, the Queen. So thank you so much, my people, and I would love for you to share this video. Let's get it out, and we are releasing this video in short order, and once it's released, we want to let persons know that the video will be available on all of the social media streams. We have it on CD Baby, Spotify, and all those streams that go along with them. You'll be able to download the song, share it, you'll be able to download it, listen to it, you'll be able to download it, and purchase the song. But share the song. Let's share. Find a Way to My Heart is the name of the song. And like the name of the song says, find a way to my heart. And that's what I want you guys to do for me and for us. Let's find a way to each other's heart. This song for us started out as a tourism product. It still is. We were really pitching it so that we can encourage travel, because at the time when we were working on the song, there was not much travel going on. Persons were discouraged and persons were giving up, persons were dying from COVID-19. And so we wanted to do something also to encourage travel, to encourage people to move from your comfort zone, start traveling again. So when we started this song, it started out as a tourism product, but today is still a tourism product, but it's not only for you to come to the Bahamas or the Turks and Caicos or even South Africa. We just want to encourage people to travel, to get out of your comfort zones. Don't be afraid. Just travel and find a way to my heart.
Hello everyone, my name is J.R. Swann. Well, Herbert Swann Jr, everybody calls me J.R. I like to say words cannot express how I'm feeling right now. I'm so excited, so jubilant over the fact that we were able to accomplish such a great task of recording and producing the song by Phil Collins in Junkanoo style, the way we did. When I approached Sweet Emily about doing the song, she said, listen, brother, if you're serious, let's make it happen. And we certainly did. Dillon, you came on board. You didn't waste no time in putting out what you do best. The choir from South Africa, headed by Onkamandla from Orange Grove, you guys did wonders. I really want to say thank you. And I believe it's just the beginning of the best to come yet. And so I just want to say thank you to you all for all the efforts. Sweet Emily, it was an honor working with you. And I must say that if not the best, I know you're one of the best ever from the Bahamas. But in my opinion, you're the best female artist I've ever worked with, and I know. And I've worked with many, and you always nail it. Thank you so much, and it was a pleasure.
Hi, I'm Onkamandla Lembethe, all the way from South Africa, in Johannesburg, Soweto. I'm the founder and the musical director of Mzansi African Singers. Well, earlier this year, I was approached by a guy called Mustafa. He's also known as Bramos. He told me about the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos project, and told me that they were looking for a choir to work with, and he asked if I would like to partake in the project with the choir. And without any hesitation, I agreed with so much excitement. I went back to the choir and unveiled everything to them about the choir, and they were so thrilled and happy about the project. And then Ramos introduced me to Herbert Swann Jr. from Turks and Caicos. He later introduced me to Miss Emily Williams, also known as Sweet Emily from Bahamas. They gave us a very warm welcome, and they asked us to send them our pictures and videos of our performances. And we did that. And they were so impressed and said to us, "You got the deal," just like that. Then Bramos later introduced me to Lesedi, the guy who does the production, and we arranged with Lesedi for the recording. On the day of the recording, we went to the studio with the choir and we never got a chance to rehearse. But we knew what was required of us. And I, for one, I only had something in mind. The tall in the la, and this when I'm tall in the la, and this when I'm, and that was it. When we got to the studio with the choir, we sat down and discussed the song. And we finally came up with lyrics and some chants, and we did our best, but we were worried about the work that we did, asking ourselves that I wonder how well JR and Emily feel about our work. Will they like our work or not? And we finally did the work, and later I got a call from both of them, and they were so excited and so happy about our work. And to me, there was a sigh of relief, and at the same time, it was I was so excited. I don't want to lie. And the next thing was the shooting. And for the shooting, we had to rehearse so hard. And our choreographers, Bright Matonzi and Tawazile Dunge, did a very good job. And on the day of the shooting, everything went well, and the experience was phenomenal. As the cast of Mzansi African Singers, we would like to thank Bramos, JR, and Sweet Emily for believing in us. We are very honored and we feel very privileged to be part of the project. To God be the glory. Thank you. Siyabonga. Ayay! Eshe.
Wow, my name is Dillon McKenzie. I am the producer. I am also the mix engineer for Find a Way to My Heart. When I was approached by Sweet Emily Austin to do this project, I was extremely excited, but even more when I got the biggest surprise that it was going to be a collaboration of different cultures, different countries, being that of Turks and Caicos and Africa. I was like through the roof, and I was like, yeah, we have to do this. The project went very, very well. Everybody collaborated and did their part. We had JR from Turks and Caicos and his team doing the guitar work and a lot of the instrumentations down here in the Bahamas. Emily did the singing. We did it all here at Commonwealth Recording Studio, and then I produced, put the track together, as well as getting the vocals from Africa, from the homeland. It was a humbling experience. Professional, everybody did their part to bring this project to where it is. I am so excited. I can't wait to see exactly where this song goes. I know it's going to do absolutely well. This song being a remake from the legendary Phil Collins, I think it's going to be, I'm talking like through the roof. So I'm expecting great things. I'm looking forward to doing more collaborations with my brothers and sisters in Africa, and especially JR there in Turks and Caicos. So look out for it. Find a Way to My Heart. Yeah, D-Mac in the building.
Hi, my name is Antonique Dean. I am 12 years old and I am a part of the Shell Saxon Super Dancers. I am looking forward to work with Sweet Emily in the near future. I had an awesome experience on this project, Find a Way to My Heart, and I encourage everybody to go and check it out.
Hello, my name is Willamae Cravatt, and I was fortunate to have been involved in the making of Sweet Emily's new video for her new song, Find a Way to My Heart. We shot the video at 5:30 a.m. in the morning at a beautiful spot in Nassau called Miller's Creek. It was amazing to watch the sun rise and light up the whole area. Everything turned gold, including the costumes, the grounds, especially the water. It was a sight to behold. Emily, thank you very much for the opportunity to be involved in your project, and I hope you become the international star you deserve to be. God bless you and keep you safe. Love always, sweet Emily. Continue to shine and be the superstar that you are.
I'm the director of photography for this music video. Miss Sweet Emily, she brought me on last minute, asking if I could help, and I just happened to be available for that day, or that afternoon actually. And then when I went to the shoot, we just shot the fire dancer quick, and then she decided to bring me on for the rest of the video. So very thankful to her for that. You know, it's been a good process so far, just working with Sweet Emily, and she's been very hands-on with everything in terms of the shooting and the editing and all that stuff. And you don't get that a lot with a lot of artists, so I appreciate her for that. It made my job easier since I edited it as well. And also on set, it was just a joy to work with her, and along with the Jonkanu dancers, the SSD Jonkanu dancers, and all the coordination that they did, and all the practice that they had leading up to the event, the shoot day I should say. It was really smooth, seamless. Yeah, one of the shortest days I had in terms of shooting, and the easiest, you know. So really thankful to them for all the practicing that they had done, and thankful to all the other Jonkanu's, the band. Thankful to the African choir for having the vocals inside of the song, and also sending some footage over that we end up using a lot of. So thank you guys for that. And you guys did a great job with the video. You guys, great dance moves. So thank you guys for that. And so thanks to the Saxons for that, lending your time and efforts to that shoot day. Thank you to Herbert Swann Jr. in collaboration with Sweet Emily, and also D-Mac, who produced the music. It's a great song. When I first heard it, I started dancing in my head. I don't really dance out in front, so I just started dancing in my head, and I could see the shots and everything that we had, that we could line up for this video. So overall, it was a great experience. Thank you guys for bringing me on, and see you guys on the next one.